shortest sermon ever. I don't think I've ever gotten this short. Okay, 1 Peter chapter 2. My verse is verse number 20. If you want to go back just a couple of verses to verse number 21, it says, "For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example, that ye should follow in his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. Who, when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judgeth righteously." Many times, when we look at the cross, when we look at it, make kind of a theme talking about this evening. I don't think I was by any mistake before the lyrics. But we look at the cross and we think of what Christ did for us. When he saved our soul, he paid the price for us. He sacrificed himself so that we could have a life that there's no way we could ever have that life without him.
Yes, sir.
But here in this passage, it talks about, it takes it to another step than that. We're not just supposed to look at the cross and see, God saved my soul. It's not just that he's taking us to heaven. It's not just that he's saving us from an eternity in hell. But it is all that, and we thank him for that. But it says here that he gave us an example. Now, we're not supposed to go to the cross and sacrifice ourselves on the cross, but we are supposed to look at his example and see what he did and follow in his steps, as the verse says. He says that he did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. When he was reviled, he reviled not again. How many times in our lives have we come into a difficult time where someone said something negative to us and we responded in like kind? And we said to them the same type of a thing, and we criticized them, and we went behind their back to our friends and we criticized them. And we didn't think about the sacrifice that Christ made for us and realize that he made an example for us that we should follow in his steps. We revile back again when folks criticize us. And then it goes on to say that he suffered, but he threatened not. He could have put his foot down and said, you know what, you can criticize me, you can do all that, but you cannot put me on that cross. Yep. I am the Son of God. You cannot do that. He could have called 10,000 angels and heard those songs, heard all the message, but he did not. He did not threaten anyone. He kept his mouth shut. And how often we just keep on talking and don't keep our mouth shut. But then what I want to talk about is it said that even hereunto were ye called. Because of what God did for us. We have a calling on our life. Most of us are here today because of the calling that God has put on our life.
Right.
Most of us would not have come to Hiles Anderson College if we did not believe that God had a calling on our life. Right. I know that I am here today because I believe that God has a calling on my life to go and reach other people because of what Christ did for me. If Christ did not do that for me, I would have no reason to be here standing behind this desk where I have no qualifications to put me here, but because of what God did for me, I can be here preaching the word of God to all of you folks here, and all of you can be here serving in this ministry, serving in this place, reaching other people because of the calling that God has on our life. And we can go and reach other people. Even hereunto we are called. And it says that when he was reviled, he reviled not again. When he threatened, he threatened not again. But it says, but committed himself to him that judges righteously. Right. God has a plan for our life. Yes, God had a plan for Jesus' life, and now he's got a plan for our life. And Jesus committed himself to that plan. We've got to commit ourselves. If you're a freshman here, commit yourself to stay and serve God. If you're a sophomore, commit yourself to keep going. Keep pressing on. It's not going to be easy. It wasn't easy for Jesus, but keep pressing on. If you're a junior, keep going. Keep going. You got one more year left. Keep going. If you're a senior here, keep going. Finish this. If you've been here past that, keep going. Finish. And while you're here, serve God for as long as you're here. Committing himself to finish.